I wanted to talk about what's been going on lately in the NBA. Everything from, of course, who's not talking about Bronny James and his father, LeBron. I think it was really great what LeBron legacy was able to do for his son and looking out and making sure he had direction and getting paid too. So I props LeBron for it. You can't blame him for doing what every natural father would want to do for their son or daughter, So that's good. Props to LeBron for that. On the second level, what went on with Klay Thompson, I think it's the beginning of what we're going to see more in the future. And I think the term pulling a Klay is going to hold a lot of water in the future, where it's going to make teams think, do they really want to break up a possible future contending dynasty like what happened over at Golden State. Now, I think I'm still a little confused about the second apron, but I got a good understanding about it. It's kind of like that second tier salary cap for the team and stuff. And I think what's happening now is it's forcing teams to not be able to keep players financially happy with the contract they're looking for. And I think, I don't want to say the beginning of the end, but in a way I do, meaning the player is not going to have the control they once had. Now, mentally and attitude, they're going to have that control because they're going to want, but the team is not going to be able to offer it to them. So that's the big difference now. So it's going to force teams to really think about these big contracts that they're going to hand out, where Michael Jordan said this, is players now are getting paid on what their potential is and not what they did. So teams are not going to be able to continue that cycle. So before they hand out a big contract, they know they're going to be locked in and they're not going to be easily able to bail out of it, like doing a trade, signing trade, all this kinds of stipulations that's in what this second apron does. So I think Klay Thompson really didn't understand, but he did, because the brother wanted to get paid, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the teams thought about the future more than doing the right thing. And like I said, I just think teams are really going to sit and think, and they're going to let people go. This past off season happening right now, we saw already some major transformations in teams. Let some people go that you think they would have never left that team. But guys, you got to wake up and see it's going to be different now. I'll be honest, I kind of like that, where they used to seem to have like that blank check, and just sign who you wanted to. Yankees are infamous for that. I'm a big Yankee fan. But whenever they wanted a free agent, and if that agent was looking for top dollar, and the Yankees thought they could perform in the big city there in the Big Apple, it was done. They signed that check, had a new face. It always was exciting being a Yankee fan, because you always knew that no matter what happened that season, there was always that one big catch, one or two free agents, and the door was always open at the Yankees to lure these big free agent prospects from the team that they were on. So that's going to change. And I don't know, it's a little hard pill for me to swallow, because I'm a big NBA fan, and I'm a big Knicks fan. I follow the Lakers. I wasn't always a LeBron fan. I got to be honest with that. But in the last 7-8 years, seeing everything, when I understood the fact I wasn't following him that well, that he went to I think 8 straight NBA finals, I said to myself, wait a second, man. I was kind of a hater back then, but I said, you gotta give the man respect. Now, we having that GOAT, greatest of all time. Listen, the vote's in on my end. That's Michael Jordan, period. There's some other great players out there, but to me, dollar for dollar, what Michael Jordan gave you on a daily, nightly basis, the man was just never scared to take the shot. He never thought, let me pass first and shoot. Now, you had Kobe Bryant, the same mentality, but I think Kobe was a little bit more selfish because he didn't trust other team players. So he was like, I'll take the shot. If I miss, like he told Shaq, go get the rebound, you know? But overall, there's a big transformation going on in the NBA, and I'm not a big fan of it. You know, who knows? Maybe they change it, but it's putting a salary cap on a lot of these contracts, you know. And to me, I was actually shocked that Klay Thompson's last contract, I think, was for $40 million, you know. So he was getting $20 million a year. I thought he got a max contract back when he hurt himself. I think he got hurt twice, and while he was hurt, I mean, Golden State did the right thing, man. They gave him his money, and I thought I heard he got max money at that time. So they showed their loyalty back then, which is a little bit, you know, forgotten by Klay Thompson. But my thing is, they should have never broke that team up. When they decided to go ahead and gave Draymond Green that money, I thought it was a lock-in. I thought it was all waste of time, gossip, because Klay Thompson was going to get his money. I never thought that they were going to draw the line on Klay Thompson. Now, for me, I watched pretty closely some of the comments that you know, you could catch of Klay Thompson's being upset, wanting the money and this, that. And what I saw, my opinion, I didn't see somebody focused. I saw somebody visibly hurt personally and stuff, and it wasn't about the business. And he was locked too much on a personal level. I think that hurt him. I feel if he was more strong-minded and showed a side that, listen, let me look what I've done. You know, look where I've transformed the team, that we're going into the new stadium already about a year or so now. That stadium was billions of dollars. And no question that Klay played a role in helping turn that team around. It was part of a solid trio, or you could say a solid duo if you want to exclude Draymond Green. But the thing is, he helped that organization's value skyrocket to afford to go in a new stadium, put asses in those seats. You know, because that's where they make the money, with the contracts, with the networks. So, you know, he took it all personal. Hey, I helped you make this dynasty. I helped you put asses in the seats. I helped you afford a new stadium and all that. And he got left on the cold. So this situation that happened is going to be a milestone mark where it's going to make other teams think, hey, you know what? It looks like the Warriors are rebounding. Not even, a week ago that the news broke out, Klay Thompson left. They're saddened, of course. There's no question about it. But in their minds, they rebounded really quick. The season didn't even start yet. And they made a couple moves. So, again, it makes me sad, but they're looking at Klay Thompson in a rearview mirror. They're looking forward now. It looks like they got a pretty solid team. Now, I haven't heard anything from Curry about it, Steph Curry, you know? And it's kind of shocking. What's going on in his mind, man? Is he wondering, are they going to do this to me on my latter years? Because they're all aging right now, you know? And is he going to make a move before? Is he have resentment for what happened with Klay? Because I just think it affected a lot more people than just one or two players and the team. The coaching too. I mean, that team should never have got broken up. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be going on in the future when it comes to the NBA or the other sports looking at this too. You know, because every sport, you know, like football, they don't like to really guarantee too much money unless you're a quarterback. So there's a lot of risk with there because you get hurt. they could kind of like offset some of that money because they didn't guarantee the money to you. So it's going to be real interesting, but I'm just having a big problem with this second apron, salary level cap there, and I don't know how they're going to work it. I understand the meaning behind it because it's going to make more parity between teams, and it's really going to make them think before they sign that check first, because they're going to be stuck. And it's one thing about reaching your cap and being stuck, but not have the option like you did in the past to trade out of it. You got one player making $40 million a year, and you want to trade him for two players making $20 million each, which sounds like it's an even trade. I think part of the stipulations in that they're not able to do that. So teams' hands are going to be tied. So they're going to really have to think what's going on. Once again, man, props to LeBron James, man. Congratulations, man. That dream that you had about playing with your son in the NBA looks like it's going to happen real soon. And, that didn't happen overnight. It was a series of correct moves happening. And LeBron, man, your career, I know it ain't over and stuff, but, man, you did literally almost everything you wanted to accomplish. You're the first billionaire active athlete to become a billionaire, as far as I know. And, there's a lot of haters out there, but guys, at the end of the day, you gotta give the man the props. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Lakers are able to do. Maybe they turn around and they surprise everybody. But I'm thinking, my opinion, I think we need to do something with AD. I just think the motivation is not there, and it may be somewhere else. And it'd be interesting what we can get in replacement for him. And, I always thought, losing Dwight Howard on a cheap contract. We also had Carmelo, would have been good there. He was good. And I personally thought we gave up too early on Westbrook. And who knows, maybe Westbrook 2.0 back to the Lakers somehow could have made a difference. The worst thing would have been, I can't even say his name, but James Harden. Okay, I think that would have been a big mistake. He's been too many teams, and he bails out quick, And I think also KD, he's jinxed, man. He's never going to be able to win another title somewhere else, and he needs to take a role play somewhere to make it happen. And Chris Paul over at the Spurs, man, maybe this is your year. Anyway, I've been yapping too much. God bless. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Consider liking, subscribing. That'd be great. And my channel's diversified. I'm basically a truck driver, and I share some of my opinions, thoughts, and some funny clips. God bless you, man. Have a great year, 2024. God bless.